Just thinking about a bill you can't afford can make you lose 13 IQ points. Temporarily, your brain works worse, like you pulled an all-nighter. And that single glitch is quietly keeping millions of people poor. You've been told the path to wealth is simple. Spend less, save every coin, cut every corner. So you do. You skip the coffee. You hunt for the cheapest option. You feel responsible. And years later, you're still broke. Here's what nobody tells you. For a lot of people, the problem isn't spending too much. It's that being cheap is quietly keeping them poor. And by the end of this video, you'll see the trap, because you might be standing in it right now. Let's clear something up, because two things that look identical are actually opposites. There's frugality, and there's a scarcity mindset. They wear the same clothes, both look like saving money, but underneath, they're nothing alike. Frugality comes from a feeling of abundance. You believe there's enough, and you choose to spend on purpose. You'll happily pay more for something that lasts 10 years instead of the cheap version that breaks in one. You're not avoiding spending, you're directing it. A scarcity mindset is the opposite. It comes from fear, the gut belief that there will never be enough. And that fear makes you do one of two things. You buy the cheapest version of everything, no matter how badly it works. Or you snap and overspend in a grab it while I can panic. Both feel like they're about money. Neither is. They're about fear. And here's where it stops being a feeling and becomes a cage. Because scarcity doesn't just change how you spend, it changes how you think. Literally. Researchers ran an experiment. They took low-income people and simply asked them to imagine an expensive car repair. Just the bill. Then they tested their thinking. Their performance dropped, measurably. The scientists put a number on it. The mental cost was equal to losing about 13 IQ points, roughly the same hit as missing a full night of sleep. Sit with that. Just worrying about money makes you think worse, as if you'd pulled an all-nighter every single day. And it goes deeper. Brain scans show a scarcity mindset reduces activity in the exact part of your brain responsible for long-term, goal-directed decisions. The part you need to build wealth is the part scarcity switches off.
So picture what that does. The person most stressed about money is, in that moment, the worst equipped to make good money decisions. They grab the quick fix, the cheapest option, the thing that solves today and sabotages next year. That's why being broke is so sticky. It's not just a lack of money, it's a mindset that eats your attention and willpower, leaving less of you to escape it. Scarcity feeds itself. There's a famous study of sugarcane farmers who earn most of their money once a year at harvest. Before harvest they're poor, after they're flush. Same farmers, same brains. But they scored noticeably worse on thinking tests before the harvest, when money was tight, than after. Poverty wasn't making them less capable, it was eating the mental bandwidth they needed to think clearly. So let's go back to your coffee. When you obsess over cutting $2, you feel like you're winning. But watch what's really happening. All that energy, the tracking, the guilt, the constant "can I afford this?" is spending the one resource that actually builds wealth, your attention. While you guard pennies, the big things, your career, your skills, your income, get none of your focus. You're so busy being cheap you have nothing left to be strategic. And here's the part that should land, because it's not about millionaires. It's about you, on a normal income right now. You can spend a decade cutting coupons and skipping small joys, feeling disciplined the whole time, and end up no richer, just more tired. Because you fought the $2 battles and never had energy left for the $10,000 ones. So what actually works? Not spending less. Spending your attention better. Flip the question. Instead of, how do I cut this? Ask, how do I grow what's coming in? Scarcity stares at the coin in your hand. Wealth thinking looks up at the whole field. Spend on the few things that compound, your skills, your health, tools that earn, and refuse to agonize over the small stuff. A wealth thinker pays for quality and walks away. A scarcity mind argues with itself for an hour over a few dollars and calls it discipline. And most of all, protect your bandwidth like it's money, because it is.
Every hour of money anxiety is an hour your brain builds nothing. The wealthy aren't just richer, they're calmer. And that calm is what lets them think years ahead instead of days. Being cheap isn't the same as being smart with money. Sometimes it's just fear in a responsible disguise, and that fear is the most expensive thing you own. The goal was never to spend as little as possible. It was to think clearly enough to build something. You can't save your way out of a scarcity mindset. You have to outgrow it. So the real question isn't, where can I cut? It's, what would I do with my money and my mind if I truly believed there was enough? If this changed how you see your own habits, that's exactly why this channel exists. No hype, just logic. The real psychology, the real research, the truth most people never stop to check. Subscribe, and let's keep figuring out how money actually works.